Wanted to make a little video today about broadhead tuning. You know, there's some confusion out there of how to broadhead tune, and purpose of this video is to kind of get to the bottom of what's the real way to do it. Anytime you ask anybody about broadhead tuning, there's two camps out there. There's one camp that says broadheads to the left of the field points, you move your rest to the right, and you steer the broadheads to the field points. You know, one of the biggest reasons they say this is because field points are more forgiving, so if the rest is off to the left a little bit, the field points are barely going to go off to the left, and a non-forgiving broadhead is going to go more off to the left. Then the other camp is the opposite. They say if the broadhead's left of the field point, you move the rest to the left, just like paper tuning. The reason they say that is because arrow going off to the left, they're saying it has a right tear, that the right end of the arrow is off to the right, and that's what's causing it to steer that way. So they say, you know, just like paper tuning, broadhead off to the left, move your rest to the left, straighten out your arrow. So, you know, basically you got two camps. One that says broadheads to the left of field points, move the broadheads to the field points, and the other camp saying move the field points. In a sense, they're saying move the field points to the broadheads. So I'm going to make a little video today. I got a perfectly set up bow. It's set up perfect right now. Bear shaft, fletch field points, and fletch broadheads are all grouping together perfect. So take a couple shots to verify that, so you guys know I ain't trying to pull one over on you. I mean, I don't. Grayson, quit. I mean, I don't have any preference to which one's right or wrong. I can only speak for myself personally. Back in the past, nowadays I bear shaft tune with my yokes. So pretty much anytime you get your bear shaft flying perfectly true, you don't really have to broadhead tune, and it's been that way for a couple years for me. So I haven't broadhead tuned per se in a long time because I bear shaft tuned. But years ago, before I knew anything about bear shaft tuning and stuff, the way I broadhead tune is the way I first heard, and it's the broadheads left of the field point, move the rest to the right, bring the broadheads to the field points. Now all I can say is that worked for me. I was able to broadhead tune years ago, and I did it that way, that method. But I completely understand why they're saying, why people say the other method, that you know, if your broadhead's flying to the left, it means your knock is off to the right, and you fix knock right with a movement of the rest to the left. So I completely understand why they're saying that. But I have no idea which one's going to happen right now. I got a perfectly tuned bow. I'm going to kick my rest. After I verify that it's tuned, I'm going to kick my rest over, and then we'll see what the results are. So hope this helps. Anybody who's broad tuning, but I hope it helps the big argument of one people saying you move it to the left, one people saying you move it to the right. So let's just figure it out. Proof's in the pudding. So getting ready to shoot some arrows to verify that I'm in tune and everything, so you guys know this bow's dialed in. And it is a little windy today, so hopefully that don't affect anything. But thanks for watching. Let's get this thing started. Alright guys, got my arrows, or my target set up. I'm going to step back to 30 yards. I have two targets because my broadhead targets, the black ones, they're pretty chewed up, and I don't want to shoot my field points into that because they'll chew up my fletching. So I'm going to shoot my fletch field point and my fletch, or my bear shaft, into the left white bag target, and then my broadhead I'll shoot into the black target. Just again, this is just to verify that my bow's in tune. All three of these, you know, just look for the point of impact. I'm going to aim for the two top small ones. My field point, my bear shaft, I'm going to aim for these two spots. My broadhead, I'm going to aim for this one here.
So give me a couple seconds, walk back there 30 yards, and just verify my bow's in tune before we do this test. Alright guys, it's kind of windy out. It got really windy when I shot the bear shaft, so you can see those are hitting on target. You can see my broadhead went a little high, but the target's a little closer. You can see the difference of thickness. So target's just a hair closer. So it hit a little higher than it would have if the target was all the way back. But we're basically just checking the left or right with this test anyway. And you can see the left and right's perfect. So alright, let's go make a rest adjustment and see what happens. Alright, this is my rest setting right now with the bow shooting perfect. I'm going to move the rest to the left. So right now I'm third line in from the right. Move it all the way over to that next line over, the big one. I might go just a shade past it just to make sure it's a big adjustment. And let's see what happens. Obviously, give me a second. I need both hands to make the adjustment. So hang on for a second. There's the new adjustment. Kick the rest over to the left. So let's see what the results are. Clearly, whatever the results are, we know that the fix to the problem is to move the rest to the right. So let's see, man. Alright, back at the target now. I'm going to shoot both into the black one now. Now that I don't have to worry about them touching each other. I don't like shooting at the same spot until I get out to at least 40. So now I'm going to aim for that center top circle like I did with the broadhead a minute ago. I'm going to shoot the broadhead first. That way, just in case they are close, I don't damage or cut the vanes off my other arrow. So the first shot's going to be the broadhead. At 30 yards again, guys. Rest, move to the left. So whatever happens, the fix to fix this problem is to move the rest to the right. Let's see what happens. Alright, there's the broadhead. Gonna shoot the field point now, go back and shoot the field point at 30. So here we go. Everybody tally your votes. Which one do you think? Is the field point gonna go even farther to the left? If so, that means you steer the field points to the broadheads. Anybody who's in that camp that you treat broadhead tuning just like paper tuning, and moving the knock tear, field points to the left, steer the field points to your broadheads. Now if the field point hits to the right, then everybody who says steer the broadheads to the field points is correct. And you move the rest to the right to bring the broadheads to where your field points are. Like I said, I've only used one method, so I believe it's probably going to go to the right of this broadhead. But let's find out. But I truly understand why people say the other way. So this is it. Let's find out. Be right back. Alright, get back, buddy.
Okay.
There it is. It's not that big a difference at 30 yards. But it's clearly off to the right of the broadhead. Just to show you guys that I didn't fire them separate to fool anybody. Hang on a minute. There we go. She's stuck in there pretty good. Here's the field point. And by the way, this is a 4-blade slick trick Magnum. So anybody wants to say my bow wasn't tuned to begin with, obviously I shot a bare shaft at 30 and that hit, but also a big old nasty 4-blade slick trick Magnum.
Alright guys, there you have it. Broadhead, left of the field point, move the rest to the right. We know the fix to that was to move the rest to the right. So broadhead impact left of the field point, move the rest to the right. If your broadheads are impacting to the right of your field point, move the rest to the left. You steer your broadheads to your field points. Hope that helps. I'm sure it's going to create controversy, and everybody who's been doing it the other way for years is going to say no. But you clearly seen it on video. But I will say the only thing that I found out in archery in my years of shooting that's guaranteed is archery's guaranteed to drive you nuts at some point. So if you try it that way, you try steering the broadheads to the field points and it just ain't working, and you know everything's correct, your spine and your yokes are tuned and everything, and you know there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to tune these broadheads, then try it the other way, you know, because maybe, just maybe, it'll work the other way, because people claim that it's worked for them, and I don't think they're lying. Like I said, anything and everything can happen in archery, I found out, but it would seem that for broadhead tuning, you steer the broadheads to the field points. So I hope that helps, guys. Thanks for watching my video. Thanks for participating if you're on Archery Talk and chiming in on what you thought was what. And hopefully you was right. If you was wrong, hopefully this helped you. Thanks a lot, guys. God bless.